Hey guys, welcome back to Smart Buys by Erin. I'm Erin Blasek, your real estate advisor serving Louisville, Kentucky and the surrounding areas. All right, guys, I wanted to hop on here really quickly and just address something that I continue to see over and over, and this year it's really hit me. And that is repairs, perception, and leaving money on the table as a seller. If you guys are out there and you own homes and you are thinking, or townhomes or condos or whatever the case may be, and you are thinking about listing in the near future or in the future, listen up, because this episode is for you and I am about to save you a lot of money. I'm going to say something that a lot of sellers don't fully appreciate until it's too late, and that is buyers are not evaluating the home like you are. You are clearly, let's just say you're living in the home for 10 years. You have lived there for a while. I get it. We all get it, right? We have life. And there's a lot of homes that have deferred maintenance. We all know that. We know that you're living in the home and not everybody has time to stop and collectively do the small repairs. I think when we think about listing a home, we always think about the big three, the HVAC, the roof, and the water heater, right? And we always think that's what, or foundation, that's what terminates contracts. And it can. But all of those can be in great shape and contracts still terminate over small repairs. So let me give you an example and a reason why. So when we think about small repairs, right, leaking faucets, maybe you have a bucket under one knee, we've got drip, drip, drip on a faucet because a filter needs to be changed. Loose doorknobs, broken shower heads, tubs that don't fully drain. The list can go on and on, right? And these are things, loose toilet seat. These are things that maybe we ignore, we live with, we just don't think there's a sense of urgency around. I urge any of you that are moving to list your home within the next year or less, grab a pen and a pad, go room to room to room and see what needs to be fixed. Because perception is reality in real estate. And while you have learned to live with these fixes, the buyer has not. And when they see things like this, especially when it comes back on an inspection report, whether you've disclosed what you know on a seller's disclosure or not, it is super impactful to them. And it creates a bigger picture in their mind and a much more expensive picture. Let me give you an example. I listed a townhome a few months back, and the seller she had a lot of deferred maintenance. And she told me that up front. She was very, very honest about the condition of her townhome. And when we walked it, this was not a bunch of, these were not big things. The problem was she had to get out of the condo. She was moving for her job. She needed to get it sold in a month. She was not going to make the repairs. She didn't have the money. So we priced it into the price of the condo. We actually were under comps in that condominium building to price in the repairs. And I was very clear about that with everybody who did showings. And we actually got a full price offer. However, when the inspection report came back, there were several other things that had not been disclosed and other things that had turned up that there were some unknowns. Contract was terminated. We had also had a cash backup offer. When they found out the first contract was terminated because of repairs and they knew where they were quite a bit, they went ahead and terminated as well. So we took the condo off the market for a couple of days. We did a couple of repairs. We put it back on. In 2 days, we were under contract again. However, this time for significantly less money, not full ask, $7,000 under what we originally asked for. Because, of course, now my seller's in the position. We're not in a position of strength. We are no longer in multiple offers, and we are in a position of we are losing leverage on negotiations, and she had to take it. They do the inspection report comes back. Further repairs needing done. We credit them another $2,500. At the end of the day, guys, she lays $20,000 on the table due to the fact that we underpriced it, conceded even at the negotiation table, and further repairs were needed in order to save the deal. Don't let this happen to you. Even when you think you're going to price them in, the repairs tell a story. And it's a story, like I said, that the buyers create in their mind. because we're talking about $2,000 worth of repairs equaling $20,000. And you can have the best real estate agent ever, and they get on the phone and you talk to the agent and they talk to their buyers. It does not matter. When you have deferred maintenance on a home, it significantly reduces the value of that home in a buyer's mind. And there is no changing that perception. If that's the biggest thing I leave with you today, I want that to be it. There is a reason why you hear agents say, make the repairs, declutter, stage if you possibly can, but make those rooms as big and clean and open as you want, because you want something for your money. You have a valuable property, but it has got to present as one, or it will cost you more money in the long run. Satisfying a buyer's conscience and their anxiety to move into your property. That's why that is said. You don't have to make it look like HGTV, but you want the confidence of a buyer that they feel secure. They're already giving up. They're already having to come up with a lot of money. Closing costs, a down payment, all of the things, everything is very stressful. The repairs just compounds that stress and anxiety. So my thing is, never underestimate what several tiny repairs can accumulate into and snowball, because your negotiation can change at the drop of a hat. Lesson be learned. Thanks you guys so much for joining me today. If you have any feedback, questions about real estate, you can DM me at homesbyerin_ on Instagram and Facebook. And if you're in the Louisville area looking for a real estate agent, feel free to send me a DM. I'm